Information coming out of Los Angeles confirms a veteran offensive tackle and team captain is officially retiring after 11 seasons. This departure leaves a massive vacancy on the Rams' front line and marks a significant shift in the organization's roster strategy. Subscribe and like for more updates on how the front office plans to protect their quarterback. I am reporting on a significant development coming out of Los Angeles today that marks the definitive end of an era for the Rams franchise. Sources confirm that veteran offensive tackle and longtime team captain Rob Havenstein has officially announced his retirement from the National Football League after 11 standout seasons. This decision, formalized this Tuesday, February 10th, removes the longest tenured player from the Rams roster and closes the book on the final link to the organization's time in St. Louis. Havenstein, who was selected in the second round of the 2015 NFL Draft out of Wisconsin, has been a cornerstone of consistency for a franchise that has undergone massive transformations over the last decade. While the news of a veteran retiring is never entirely shocking in the offseason, the timing and finality of this move send ripples through the organization's immediate planning. Throughout his career, Havenstein established himself not just as a reliable starter, but as a critical leader within the locker room, particularly following the departure of Andrew Whitworth. He was instrumental in the offensive line unit that paved the way for the Rams' Super Bowl 56 victory, providing the stability necessary for Sean McVay's offense to operate at its peak. When you look at the tape and the data, Havenstein was rarely the flashy headline, but he was always the steady hand on the right side, battling some of the league's premier edge rushers week in and week out. His durability and technical proficiency allowed the Rams to focus their resources elsewhere, knowing the right tackle position was secured. Over 11 years, he navigated the transition from St. Louis to Los Angeles, the shift from Jared Goff to Matthew Stafford, and the evolution of McVay's scheme, always adapting and performing at a high level. The decision to step away now appears to be a personal one, acknowledging the immense physical toll that over a decade of trench warfare takes on the body. This is a player stepping away on his own terms, leaving behind a legacy of professionalism and a championship ring.
Turning our attention to the implications of this move, the retirement of Rob Havenstein forces general manager Les Snead and head coach Sean McVay to immediately prioritize the offensive line this offseason. From a roster construction standpoint, this creates a gaping vacancy at right tackle that cannot be easily filled by a simple depth promotion. While the team has experimented with players like Joe Noteboom and younger prospects such as Warren McClendon, the reality is that replacing an 11-year starter with Havenstein's pedigree usually requires a significant investment. We have to look at the salary cap situation as well. While retirement removes his base salary from the books, the primary concern here is the strategic cost. Matthew Stafford is entering the twilight of his career, and his effectiveness is entirely predicated on having a clean pocket. Losing your most consistent pass protector on the right side puts a premium on acquiring a high-level replacement, likely through an early draft pick or a substantial free agent signing. My verdict on this development is that while it is a heavy loss for the locker room culture, it clarifies the Rams' draft strategy moving forward. The front office no longer has the luxury of waiting to address the tackle position. It has become a necessity. The leadership void left by Havenstein is just as critical as the physical one on the field. The offensive line room is now exceptionally young, and the pressure will be on the coaching staff to accelerate the development of the next generation. This move signals a hard reset for the offensive trenches in Los Angeles. I want to hear from you now. Do you trust Les Snead to find a rookie starter in the draft, or should the Rams spend big money in free agency to protect Stafford? This is a pivotal moment for the offense. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for continuous updates on how the Rams plan to fill this massive hole, as we will be tracking every roster move leading up to the draft.